You keep explaining yourself after someone interrupts you. They cut you off. You start talking faster. They interrupt again. You keep trying to finish your point. The people standing nearby stop looking at you. They start looking at the person controlling the conversation. You try one more time. They laugh. They shake their head. They start talking before you've even finished your sentence. Now you're explaining yourself instead of making your point. You've probably seen this happen at work, in your family, with friends, maybe even with someone you barely know. One person keeps pushing. The other person keeps defending. Everyone watching already knows who's reacting. And it isn't the loudest person. The strange part is that it usually doesn't happen because the other person has better ideas. It happens because they control the pace. They interrupt. They rush you. They change the subject. You chase every point they throw at you. Before long, you're answering questions you never needed to answer. You're defending things nobody accused you of 5 minutes earlier. By the time the conversation ends, you've said 10 times more than they have. They spoke with confidence. You spoke with urgency. People notice that difference. Most arguments are decided long before anyone proves who's right. They're decided the moment one person starts reacting to the other. That is why so many intelligent people still lose conversations they should have controlled. Today, you'll learn 5 responses that stop that pattern before it takes over the conversation. Response number 1. I don't need to raise my voice. Someone raises their voice because they want you to match their energy. It happens fast. Their tone gets louder. They lean forward. They start cutting you off. Most people answer the same way. Their voice gets louder too. Now both people are talking over each other. Nobody is listening anymore. Instead, pause. Look at them and say, I don't need to raise my voice. Then stop talking. Don't explain it. Don't defend it. Let the silence do its job. The person who wanted an emotional reaction now has nowhere to go. If they keep shouting, everyone watching sees the difference. One person is trying to control the room. The other person is controlling himself. That changes how people read the conversation. The man who refuses to borrow someone else's emotions is difficult to manipulate. He decides the pace instead of accepting someone else's. Remember this, a raised voice can force attention for a moment. Self-control keeps it. The second response. The way you're speaking isn't helping. Now the volume isn't the problem anymore. The attacks become personal. They roll their eyes. They smirk. They laugh while you're talking. They throw in a sarcastic comment just to make you react. Most people take the bait. They answer the insult instead of the conversation. Now the discussion disappears. It's just 2 people trading shots. Instead, say, the way you're speaking isn't helping. That's it. You don't call them names. You don't defend yourself. You point to the behavior everyone can already see. If they keep acting the same way, they're proving your point without you saying another word. The man who separates a person's behavior from his own response keeps his standards even when someone else loses theirs. People remember that. Because calm is much harder to fake than confidence. Response number 3. We can talk when you're ready to have a real conversation. This is where the conversation changes. The other person stops trying to make a point. Now they're trying to wear you down. They interrupt every sentence. They answer questions you never asked. Every time you finish a thought, they drag the conversation somewhere else. 10 minutes later, you're arguing about something completely different. Most people stay. They think one more explanation will fix it. It won't. Look at them and say, we can talk when you're ready to have a real conversation. Then stop. Don't negotiate. Don't soften it. Don't add another sentence. You've just made something clear. Your attention has conditions. The man who decides when a conversation is worth having cannot be trapped inside someone else's chaos. People who only wanted a reaction usually don't know what to do next, because you stopped playing the role they expected. The 4th response. I'm ending this conversation. Some people notice they can't bait you, so they change tactics. They repeat the same point. They follow you. They keep talking after you've already answered. They're no longer trying to understand you. They're trying to keep you engaged. This is the moment most people lose, not because they said the wrong thing, because they stayed too long. Look them in the eye and say, I'm ending this conversation. Then leave. No final speech, no last argument, no sarcastic comment as you walk away. Just leave. That is the boundary most people never expect. The man who can walk away before anger takes over keeps something most people give away without noticing: his self-control. And once people realize they can't keep you in a pointless argument, they stop trying as often. Response number 5. I heard you. My answer is still no. This is the hardest test. The person isn't yelling. They aren't insulting you. They're calm. They just won't accept your answer. They ask again. They explain again. They tell you why you're making a mistake. When that doesn't work, they make it personal. So you really don't care? I thought you were better than that. Most people start defending themselves. They explain. They apologize. They try to make the other person feel better. Now they're asking permission to keep their own decision. Don't do that. Look at them and say, I heard you. My answer is still no. Then stop. No second explanation. No debate. No long defense. Your answer doesn't become stronger because you repeat it 5 different ways. The man who can hold his decision after hearing pressure is the man people stop trying to pressure. Eventually, they understand something. They may not like your answer, but they are not going to change it. Notice what these 5 responses have in common. None of them are designed to embarrass the other person. They're designed to stop you from giving away control. Most people think confidence comes from having the perfect comeback. It doesn't. Confidence shows up when you don't feel the need to chase the last word. You are becoming the man who cannot be rushed, baited, or talked out of his own judgment. That kind of presence is earned one conversation at a time. The next time someone interrupts you, pressures you, or tries to pull you into an argument, don't react on instinct. Use one of these 5 responses. Hold the silence. Make them respond to you instead.